going on, everybody? Welcome back to the BFBB tournament for no SBA. We are in grand finals. We've made it. We got two top runners here, Univa and Jack, both actually within 10 seconds of each other on the leaderboards. So this is definitely going to be a very close race. But to introduce us, if you don't already know, I'm Jared. With me on commentary is Shift.
I'm alive.
He's
I haven't
alive.
commentated one of these races in like over a month because of school and stuff, but you know we're back.
Yeah, it's been
glad to be here.
It's been quite a while for me too, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, GSA is a great community. Glad to support.
All right, so we're gonna get things started here in a little bit, but yeah, expect some good races today. I think this could easily go to a game 3. Both runners are really consistent, so it's gonna be interesting to see who can, kind of pull ahead early, maybe keep that consistency throughout.
And for those of you who don't know, we can actually go to a second set. If Jack wins, then he resets the bracket, and next week there'll be another match where we'll see a best of 3 again. So if you want to see more matches, it's possible. But if Univa wins tonight, then that's it. The tournament's over, and we crown our winner. So either way, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, so this could potentially be either the tournament ender or, this could be kind of like a part 1, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, either way, guys, we got plans. We got big plans for a battle. We got big plans for GSA. This is definitely just the beginning of Battle for Bikini Bottom on GSA. So expect to see more content even after this is over.
Yeah. Take this time really quick just in case anybody doesn't know. Just before the race kind of gets started here, into the, more aggressive parts of the run. Pace 2019. This game is going to be there. It's going to be the block right before the Celeste Grand Finals, I believe. So this game is going to be kind of like, the last run that you're going to be able to see right before all the Grand Finals, kind of start to line up towards the end of the day on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some 100%. I'm going to be there doing 100% with Jared and Ringo and Jelly on the commentary. It's going to be fun. A bunch of old school runners talking about the game and how much it's developed. And you get to see some SBA as well. It's never been done in a marathon before.
But just in general, I plug it pretty much every time I'm on commentary, and I'll do it again. If you want to go to Pace, I recommend signing up. I think there's a Pace command in chat, I believe, ! Pace.
Yeah, when you consider the scarcity of GDQ tickets, it's not anything like that with Pace. You can easily get a ticket now if you really want to. In fact, I think it'd be the best time to buy it now. You can still schedule for your flight and whatnot if you still want to go.
All right, so everything up to this point, pretty straightforward. We all know that. Curious to see if anyone goes safe on hammer skip. I doubt both. I think both of them are probably gonna just go for it straight up. I think they're good enough to get it. They might not need anything safe. All right, so Univa is gonna go for the safe.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I think he was about to go for the safe strat, but he decided against it. Either way, both runners a kind of sketchy hammer skip. They're making it out though. Jack not taking those 25 shiny objects. I don't think that's gonna be a big deal, but it's something to consider. You got to manage your shiny objects properly as you go through these levels. That's one of the reasons why Summit Best is really hard to judge, like in terms of like your consistency in this game, where most runners are 2-3 minutes away from the Summit Best because of all the RNG and shiny object routing and difficult tricks you have to do. Cruise boosting itself is inconsistent as well. I mean, this game has a lot of RNG, but it's not like run-killing RNG. It's more like if you don't react the right way, you lose like 3 seconds instead of 1, you know? Just keeps things a little bit interesting, a little bit of variation. But that little bit of variation can cause, you know, like we see like most of the top runners have like a 2-minute gap between their summer best and their PB.
Hey, these guys are like neck and neck. It's like just about the same difference that it was before hammer skip, so it pretty much evened out. But yeah, as you were saying, summer best in this game is like a really bad comparison compared to a lot of other speedruns. Like this game has a lot of different aspects that can impact your run, just, you know, from one to another. So you can jump into one run and, you know, save a ton of time in one area, and then if one thing kind of goes off at some point in the game, it can affect how some of your segments may go later on, depending on if you need to grab any extra shinies or, you know,
a very good example of this is like Krusty Krab and Treatum, where if you get a really fast Treatum and Krusty Krab, you might get a really fast Bikini Bottom segment, but later in the run, you're going to be a little bit short on shiny objects, so you got to make up for them as well. Then you just lose your time back, so your summer best just goes down, but again, it's like the game is so open world, it affects the rest of the run.
Alright, that's actually interesting. So Jack kind of got a little bit of a boost off of the one sink after the first stack. It pushed him ahead just like a tiny bit. Ooh, he's got to wait for this.
When that happens, though, you can't really get the... I was just paying attention to what Jack was doing there. When that happens, you can't get the lucky sink, though, because if you get pushed ahead, it messes up the manipulation for the sink to hit the second pillar. So even though it looks like it saves time, it actually loses time.
Yeah, he just happened to get lucky, and Univa didn't get the sink, so...
Yeah. It's funny how the needleless strat, that route actually makes this level half as effective for RNG, where if you get a lucky sink in this route, you save 2 seconds, but with needleless, you save 1 second. It's kind of neat. And also, you also like the variation of, you know, like the G-Love and the C-Needle, that not being an issue. Again, it also adds the cannon RNG too. So I guess both these runners are going for the C-Needle strat. Makes sense. It's consistent, good for racing. Smart to opt for that. Yeah, Univa pulling a little bit ahead now. I think mostly based on movement, right? It's like so far we've just seen more consistent movement from Univa.
Yeah, Jack's just had like a tiny amount of hiccups here and there that kind of put him behind, but again, this is like nothing. Like Jack could come back pretty easily, depending on whether or not Univa has a good C-Needle. He could do it right here, but C-Needle, you know, it's usually pretty easy for more experienced runners, but every once in a while somebody can have some trouble with it. It's like one of those, it's one of these sections that kind of rubber bands where if one thing goes wrong, kind of snaps back and ruins the whole rest of the thing. So, you know, as far as C-Needle goes, you kind of got to be on top of your game. Make sure you don't lose any time. Both runners having pretty good first sections, so no problem there. Not usually any issue. One thing I like to watch is how people avoid the chuck getting hit. So people have some really sketchy ways. Ooh,
yeah, sometimes it's like way too close.
Jack's gonna be off cycle here, tiny bit, so he's gonna have to improvise for the third set.
Yeah, the C-Needle, we're gonna see, like in the future, improvements for 100% with the C-Needle too, where we're gonna be doing it with cruise boosting. It's gonna be interesting to see that. Because even though, like, eventually someday most runners are probably like at top level not gonna be using the C-Needle anymore, it's just gonna continue. The meta for this level is gonna continue evolving in other categories. It's funny because the cruise boost C-Needle strat was almost dead when it got routed out due to the needleless strats in CBC, and that was the last place except for 100% IGC where you could, you know, actually be able to do the cruise boost strats. But then SBA was found, and then SBA caused the 100% route to completely flip. Now we have like cruise boosting for the entirety of downtown. It's pretty neat. That category is super underrated, man. It's like you get one spatula in Jellyfish Fields, and the rest of it is done with cruise boosting. You got all of downtown with cruise boosting. It's like all the early parts of the game that people get sick of playing. It's all just completely changed. People got to give that category more attention.
Yeah, this game has a lot of really good side categories. I mean, obviously everyone kind of recognizes NSBA is the main right now. That's where it all started, but
I think we're going to see a little bit of a change this year. I think that people are going to start either getting burned out of NSBA or like wanting to take breaks and still play the game. Possibly new runners are going to get into categories other than this category. It'd be really nice to see people expand their horizons and try new categories, take them seriously as more than like a side thing. Because pretty much everybody is an NSBA main at heart. Like it's the category everybody always goes back to and spends the most time in. I think the only true 100% main ever is like Fuff, who stopped playing any percent no SBA and just completely started doing 100%. And I think that's the category he just played until he stopped running. It's like he did like one run of no SBA or any percent at the time. Like months after he stopped playing, got like a 103 and dipped. It'd be cool. Like I know there are some runners like Curtis who play a bunch of different categories. Justway was like that in the past, where he would play a bunch of stuff. People are like kind of putting their feet in the water in these different ways of playing the game, but you know, maybe somebody will land on something different someday and stick with it for a while.
I'd be interested to see somebody try to grind out 100 IGC. That would actually be kind of cool.
Really awful to grind because of the Poseidon clip. But if you're not playing it with that, like my problem with that category is like if you're playing it without the Poseidon clip, you're losing 3 minutes. But at the same time, you know, if it's like barely RTA viable, so you're just stuck in early game the entire time if you do that. So the gaps pretty much stayed the same through rooftops.
Yeah, nothing too bad happening to anybody here. I think it's about like a 20-second difference or so, give or take a few seconds. Again, nothing that Jack can't come back from. We have a lot of game left. Just probably not anything within the next few minutes here is going to make a difference. I assume Lighthouse is going to go fine for both people. I think potentially Glide could, you know, make or break some runs, but I would imagine both of these guys practiced beforehand, so ETG shouldn't be a problem.
So where do you think the pivotal points are going to be in the next like 5 minutes or so? Maybe we can see like some bumper boats shenanigans happen, maybe tower climb.
Yeah, I was going to say probably ETG, possibly the one frame sock. I don't know if both. I think both of these guys go for it. I would assume they do.
I think most people do.
That could cause some problems. I mean, probably nothing detrimental, but you know, if Univa does mess it up for like 5 seconds, it would also, you know, put
I find it strange that people still even use that sock, because it's always like it's a 4-second sock, and most other socks, like you can just do 5-second socks instead. Like even in the optimal route for the game, there's still an additional 5-second sock in Dutchman's Graveyard that you can get, where even if you're doing like copper sock and all that dumb stuff, you can still like go without losing one. Like pretty much the current benefit of doing the tower sock in Goo Lagoon is if you get it first try, you save 1 second. So it's kind of strange people even go for it in the first place.
I think it's just one of those things people have gotten like so accustomed to doing that they don't even think about it.
Yeah, because these guys are like they're from back in the day when, you know, like Sandy Nut wasn't a thing, ETG wasn't a thing. So they're just used to like getting as many socks as possible in the beginning of the game. But now, because the game has opened up so much from these new strats, you can have like routes where you get like 11 socks in the beginning of the game pretty easily instead of having to cram a bunch of them in. Or like rather, you can get like 17 or 16 socks before Industrial Park and skip 4 of them. Yeah, I just find it strange people still go for this tower strat because I really think it's like one of the least worth it strats in the game. It's just a 1 frame for 1 second.
Alright, yeah, Univa looks good there. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, on average, I think most runners lose more than 1 second when going for the strat, so if you get it first try every time, it makes sense.
I mean, actually thinking about it right now, there are a lot of like really good alternatives. I mean, if it came down to it, you could do like Sandcastle Sock, you could do the one Dutchman.
I disagree on Sandcastle Sock because, well, actually you're right, because Sandcastle Sock is like 3.5 seconds if you do it perfectly, but with safe strats, you can still make it 5 seconds and it's still only losing 1 second. So yeah, you're actually right. It's a good option, even though doing it like the best you could possibly do it is just way faster anyway. Like you can still get a pretty sloppy you can get a sloppy castle sock and still make it lose only a second.
Do people already do that sock? Why am I drawing? I know I do it.
The one where you jump, like in Gulagoon 2, right before the moat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you RCB cancel it, it's like 4.5 seconds or something like that. It's like 4.5 to 5. Excuse me. If you don't RCB that sock, it's like 4.5 to 5 seconds. And if you get a ledge grab, it's just 5 seconds. Even if you do RCB, so you gotta RCB it and skip the ledge grab. And if you mess up either of those things, it's like a 5-second suck.
Yeah.
Okay, Univa catching his mistake there. He actually he kind of stopped for a second to touch the ledge before jumping.
Yeah, I saw that. He was a little scared he was gonna fall. I think he might have.
Imagine falling and having to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, that would be terrible. It would have been like.
That would have been a game changer.
Would have been like an even game. Jack would have been like a little bit ahead after that, but we're all good. Univa's fine. For the amount of time that Univa spent, you know, kind of absent from doing runs, he really did maintain his consistency pretty well.
Oh, he's doing runs offline because he doesn't stream, I guess.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I thought he kind of went on a little bit of like a hiatus for a few months, like.
Oh, you're talking about like before the tournament.
Yeah, before the tournament.
Yeah, you're right. He was not playing for a while. He came back for a little bit to get like some times of ballroom clip, but he took like a 5-month break or something like that. I remember back in the day when it was like Univa and Roberto were competing for like 5th and 6th or whatever. Back in like 2017.
We've come a long way.
Univa has been around for a while.
Yeah.
I think he's been around longer than Jack, actually.
He was around when, I don't remember when it was found, but the 100% cave clip with SpongeBob, when that was first found, yeah. I think he was the one that found it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he found it.
Yeah.
I don't remember who found the clip back in, though. I know it wasn't him, but somebody found a way to clip back in. See, like, there are so many strats in 100% that just aren't being utilized even in the world record. And like, when I come back to that category in like 18 days, I'm gonna take a look at like the lighthouse clip and the geode stuff, grind it all out. I'm really excited about pace, man.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be so.
Yeah, we're gonna
just
show
good
all
for every aspect. Alright, so we're looking at roughly like a 20-second difference again here. So pretty much the same as downtown. I think Jack might just be a few more seconds behind. But I mean, Dream is coming. I don't expect either of these runners to mess anything up in Dream, but there's always a chance of, you know, simple mistake happening and or spikes.
The 58 level is super consistent at strats. But these guys had this stuff pretty much ironed out.
Yeah, they got like the low 58s and like the high 57s are like kind of getting towards maxing out how fast this route can really get. There's only
I
a
would
certain
disagree
point.
on that, but I think they're maxing out like their current movement and the strats that they do. The C needle route can go down to 55 if you push it far enough, but you know, like, yeah, maybe like they're like smaller movement strats and like the tricks they do to supplement the C needle route. Maybe they can add stuff to that. But if you're not doing like crazy stuff, I don't think you can get much lower than a 56. Like if you're not doing fast nut and stuff like that and fast brain. Is fast brain even an easy, a crazy strat anymore? I don't even know. I think too many people do it now for it to be considered like overly difficult. But I think that most people just do it as a backup strat, so I could be wrong. The current fastest time with the C needle is still 56:22. That's the one that I got like a year ago. And I know that like think about it. That was before like ballroom clip, like the new one was found where that saves like 20 more seconds. That was before fast brain. That was before like early towers glide. That's like already 40 plus seconds of time save that just wasn't being utilized with the C needle route. So people can definitely take this route really far.
It would just take adding some pretty difficult strats here and there. Probably like fast buck and one frame forbidden into the oil boot, stuff like that. Which again is like kind of something I wouldn't really expect from someone unless they have like a lot of high level experience.
It's kind of like the question, like, do I switch to needleless? Do I keep going needle? Do I try a different category? That's going to be what people have to come to grips with this year. And I think the reason for other categories getting a little bit more attention lately is not just because I'm like encouraging people to try them, but also because people are starting to get to the point in SBA where they're kind of getting sick of it. So I'm curious to see like what categories people choose, what routes they choose for NSBA. So like as we go deeper into 2019, like what'll be of this game in 2020? Because 2018 was super exciting for this game. We did not see any of that coming. This game just became like 20 times harder last year, and so much more impressive to watch and play. And it made the game so much easier for new players to pick up. It really just expanded the skill ceiling and lowered the skill floor to make this game so much more accessible. I really think that this year, what we're gonna have to really work on as a community is, you know, keeping the events coming, like people having opportunities to collaborate, do like races and like make friends. We're gonna have to expand the resources, make a website for the game, because this game, honestly, there's so much tech in this game it could fill an entire encyclopedia. Like we really have to get on our game and start doing that. You know, we got to start writing down this stuff and documenting it so people who don't want to just learn stuff by listening to me and watching my tutorials can have an opportunity to read about it and get knowledge from other players too. I think at the moment, like the majority of people are learning this game from like the playlist that I have, but it's kind of it's not that great because but everybody else who runs this game, like they can make tutorials too and they can have a bunch of different resources for learning, but a website would really help get all that into play so everybody can pick up the game. Just have like where do I go to learn this game? You just go to the website, you know, you just plug the website.
Yeah, that's what the mod team is kind of working on right now, is trying to find a way that we can make like a, you know, a site for resources and stuff. So we got a lot of good resources coming up for learning this game. If anyone has interest, and the community is always down for helping people, you know, learn too.
Yeah, I just published a full tutorial today for Cruise Boost Code category, which is just one of the other any % categories. It's a lot of fun. I personally think it's like an objectively better category than this one even, and then I love this category. This is my personal favorite category in the game, but you know, CBC just, it's got that no downtime factor where it's just 50 straight minutes of just doing Cruise Boost movement. You get to skip both bosses. there are a lot of different ways of playing this game that people don't really see because they only see this category. So it'd be nice to see. Very nice RNG from Jack, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a
quad.
really crazy. Yeah, it was a quad. Yeah, it'd be nice to see people branch out and try new stuff.
I'm just really curious on not only other categories, but as I was talking to you before a little bit. Oh, that's not good. This is like dead even now.
Yeah, Univa fell. So now this is actually even. That's a huge mistake. That's a 20-second mistake.
Actually, Jack is like, oh wow. Okay, this is like, yeah,
Jack's
this is
ahead.
dead even. Jack's ahead by like frames. Oh,
Univa with the double slide skip miss.
It's like,
wow, we just actually saw the tables turn. So now Jack has the exact same lead that Univa had on him before.
Yeah, it's about a 20-second difference now, but the other way.
What were you saying before?
I was saying, like I was talking to you about earlier, just seeing who, you know, the next kind of person to go into the needleless territory and, you know, try to do runs with that too. I'm also curious to just see how people progress just overall in the game, not just categories specifically.
To see who continues to play this category like that, because if we're being honest, it's like a different category.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna see people either like choose like when they reach the end, or like what they perceive as not being worth continuing with the needle route. Like what they'll do, either like they'll switch to doing needleless runs, or maybe they'll try something else that plays more like the style of what they're used to, you know? Like maybe we'll see some 84 runners, maybe we'll see some like CBC runners. We're already starting to see like JBHJ go on like the full-time CBC grind. We're seeing Cullen start to do the IGC 100% grind. I'm just curious to see like maybe some people want to continue and play the game with needleless. Oh no.
This is like even now, like this.
Yeah, this is actually really close.
I don't know who's going to be ahead coming
They should be just about even though.
I think Univa might be a few seconds ahead, possibly.
Yeah, because Oil Skip loses a little bit more time than missing the slide jump, so I think that Univa is a little bit ahead.
Yeah, he's going to come out probably like 10 seconds ahead, if I had to guess.
I don't know why people do that risky thing, like going on the side of the truck. Like, what if you just miss it, you know? Why would you ever take that risk? I guess it looks cool, but geez.
Yeah, the skydive. I don't do that. I just stand there. I don't want to ruin my run if I make it this far into the game.
I actually did a skydive in my PB.
On accident or purpose?
I missed Fast Nut.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's even more of a skydive.
The thumbnail is just the T pose. Like he actually did it. He had a T pose when he was falling off. It was perfect. Because it wasn't one of those where like the tongue comes out. It was one of the ones where he just walks off the side. So hit that T pose. Yeah, you don't want to go skydiving.
Yeah. You know, Sandy's as far as we can.
Jack getting that damage boost. Let's go.
Man, this is really close now. This is like a 5-second game. It's really interesting to see Dream go as bad as it did for both of them. Like I'm actually kind of surprised. I really didn't expect anything to go too wrong.
It's pressure, dude. Grand finals. You know how much money's on the line? This is crazy. You ever think about that? This community does not really think about like we don't even think about like competition or money in this community nearly as much as like other ones, but like geez, it sometimes you just forget. I feel like these guys are playing to win because they want to win. Like the money, even though it is a lot of money, I really think the primary motivation is because the love of the game, you know? That's the way this game's always been. Just, you know, prove to people this game is sick, you know. That was like always the foundation.
Yeah, I completely forgot there was even a prize pot for this.
Yeah. I just love talking about the community and like where it's headed and what we can do to make it better. That's the enjoyment I get, like when a new runner picks up the game and submits a time and gets good. You know, it's really fun to watch stuff like that happen. I mean, one of the highlights for me recently were just like people like Seal and Melbosh. Like after having such a late start in the community, you just start to catch up.
Yeah,
Gary Wump's another one.
With a lot of the
Pixel and Colin too.
A lot of people dedicating time nowadays. Are, you know, you see the people who are doing runs pretty much every day are the ones that are getting really good and catching up to people who've been running for even a few years. I mean, hey, with passion to actually win, or well, you know, with the races, but for passion also just improve and, you know, beat your own time. You can get pretty good at this game pretty fast. You know, you just got to dedicate yourself.
Yeah, of course. So the barnyard run is going to pay for the next one, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the yard, scrape up some cash for the next winner.
Hey, Oat.
Hey, Oat.
Odie.
Hey, Oat. Jack struggling a little bit, but he did get the button press. That's very good. That would have sucked if he missed that, or if the button didn't get hit. I feel bad. I feel so much pain for people who get screwed in security tunnel. I just hate being on a run like where I lose like 3 seconds of security tunnel and suddenly I'm behind. It's like, all right, such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, security tunnel. I mean, as long as you make it past pretty much the first ledge, which can sometimes be annoying.
Yeah,
like the hitbox is bad.
There are points in this game, like this game really does not have a lot of RNG. Like the only pivotal RNG in the entire game is like that, not even Bikini Bottom, because it pays itself forward. If you get a really bad Tritum, you get more shiny objects and combos usually. Like it makes itself up most of the time. Like all I can really think of is just like that, and I guess like the goo drips from Robopat. And I guess if you do needleless, then the cannon's directional shot, like that's also a little bit of RNG. But this game is just almost pure skill, especially in like other categories too.
Yeah, I mean I have a rare case because I still do drain the lake, so I can lose like up to 10 seconds in my route.
Yeah, there's that needleless route where you do drain the lake. You're absolutely right. I think even with a bad drain the lake, you can still only lose up to like 5 seconds though. I mean, you compare it to some games where you just get like bad luck, where it's absolute. Almost like a coin flip where you just lose or gain 20 seconds. That's just lame as hell. I like games that have a lot of RNG, but not RNG that'll really like affect your run, you know? It just kind of makes you react to it. Whereas like, oh, this random thing can happen here. And if you're good enough to react to it and play accordingly, then you only lose like 1 second or a half a second or something like that. I think RNG like that makes the game a lot more interesting because it adds a little bit of variability, so it's not just execution. It requires a little bit of game knowledge. I think one of the best segments for game knowledge in this game is Robo Patrick. Like phases 2 and 3 are super cool if you understand the nuances of them.
Yeah, that stuff is all about like reaction time, basically.
I think it's reaction time, but I think it's mostly game knowledge. Just knowing what the optimal situation is for each situation.
That scared the hell out of me, man. I thought Jack was about to fall off the slide.
Can you imagine falling off a slide in a race?
That'd be so bad.
Someday we have 100% races and people are doing Sandman 1 cycle. I'm telling you, man, like this game has such a long way to go. We don't even hype up 100% nearly as much as we should. Like it's actually so much fun now. Such a good category. It's not even long either. It's like an hour and 25-minute category now at best currently. And that could definitely go down lower. Jackalacka going for that bowling strat. You know who taught me that strat back in the day? You know who showed me that strat?
Let me take a wild guess. Cole. I don't know. That's my guess.
Sin.
Ah. Ah.
It was sin.
Hey.
There's nothing like the smell of bubbles
Flat.
in the morning.
That's- All right.
All right.
Wait,
So
Did either of these runners get the sock under the bridge?
no, and it kind of is weird because I don't think Jack needs it because he has one
See,
more sock.
That's
but
what I'm
Univa
saying. Is like,
doesn't.
why don't these guys just get that instead of the tower sock? Like, it's just 1 extra second that it's literally free.
Yeah, how much is that? How much is the sock under the bridge?
It's
like what?
5, dude. I get
five,
that
6
sock.
seconds.
I get
Yeah, I
that
get it
sock
too.
when I don't do tower sock.
I get that sock anyways. I don't know.
Not tower sock. Did I say tower sock? I meant to say copper sock. No, I always do tower sock. Like, there'd be no reason for me not to do that. It's like a
That's
second
what
for me.
I'm
It's like insane, but like, yeah, if you if I don't do copper sock, then I get that sock to replace it. So I still get that sock. I just don't know why people wouldn't be getting that sock. Like, there's no reason not to.
Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride.
I like Jack's movement on the platform. Just never mind. It's like it was just kind of funny. I just like seeing what the different players do while they're waiting for this phase 1 to happen. Like, because there's not much going on in this phase.
Yeah, phase 1 is terrible. Let's be real. It's really bad.
You can actually get potentially 3 frame perfect hits on him, but like it's not even like it saves time. It's like you're saving frames, really. My gold for this has 2 frame perfect hits and then 1 that was like a little bit off of frame perfect. But that's probably the most interesting thing that's ever happened in this segment. It's just waiting, dude.
How many times can you hit RoboPat frame perfect? That's the question. Oh, I thought Univa was about to get sniped there. Alright, hey, we're still looking at like a, what, 5-second difference? Or not even. Like 3-second difference. It's a really close race. I had a feeling it was going to be like this. Oh yeah, I feel like it's also worth mentioning right now, seeing as how there's downtime. After the first race here, we're going to have a switch on commentary. And GSA and Hasfar are going to take over for both of us.
Yeah, can I interest you guys in some pace?
Some pace? Yeah, it's time to talk about pace again.
So you want to buy a pace?
Here's all the information you need to know about pace. I'm going to go through it right now. April 25th through 28th, 2019. Destination is 198 Laurel Racetrack Road in Laurel, Maryland.
Vroom vroom.
It is a racetrack. You know, very fitting for speedrunning. We need a track. Yeah, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's gonna be some showcases of some pretty cool runs that you guys all know. Obviously, we got, you know, Odyssey 64 Celeste, but we also got OOT runs. I believe we have a Spider-Man run, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I believe I read that on the schedule. There's
That's
also
cool.
going to be
Go down
Monkey
there,
Ball, Yoshi
Race some
Story.
horses, race some speed runs.
Oh yeah, and another one I'm looking forward to is the Mario Sunshine Fast any percent race. That's gonna be cool, because that's never been
that's
showcased
JJ and
before.
Ouija, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's like both of the top
That's actually
players.
hype as hell, because they're both, like, they both just got 114s.
Yeah, those are like the next two really good SMS runners. Seeing as how Sunshine's, you know, had such a drought for any new world record for so long. It's crazy to think how far ahead Diddy was of everyone, man. I still can't even believe that. In a game like that, he just...
I mean, he was on 113 pace in Manta, like, several...
He just pulled out strats that nobody ever even attempted to do. That's how you gotta optimize speed games right there. You gotta just go for it. That's the only
You
way
increase the
games
skill
really
gap,
improve.
or you increase the skill ceiling by adding shit that nobody wants to do. You make the game better because you give people the option to keep playing if they want to. It's not like you have to stop playing because the game will just, like, not let you play anymore. You gotta have a bunch of really good categories, a bunch of really hard strats to do if you want to, you know. Just so it's enjoyable for everybody. When do they race on the Laurel racetrack? Like, what even is like? I guess like horse racing season. I don't even know.
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
Sounds like a cool thing to do. If you're,
Imagine going out and
if it's, like,
watching
in
horses
season.
just run.
Dude, that's it's huge. Like you, dude, horse betting is huge.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, I have a friend who won a few $100 doing that shit.
Really?
He spent it all on booze.
Oh, there you go.
Or gambling. I can't remember.
Some people like to spend their money on alcohol and gambling. I like to spend my money on new Xbox controllers every 3 months.
That's so true, though.
You know, because 3 months and the sticks are already gone. There you go. Alright, well, cruise boosting. Let's go. Back into serious mode. This is where pace can really change. Kind of just anywhere. This is more of a, you know, open. This is not as linear. This is more open world than any of the rest of the sections we've kind of played through so far. Just because cruise boosting adds such a, you know, wide range, time loss and time save and all that.
I like to spend my money on bailing my friends out of the cage. We're talking about GCC, of course.
Yeah. You know, you can bowl in, but you can't bowl out, especially if there's not a spatula to grab in there. Kind of stuck. Rumor has it some get stuck for 15, 20 some years. Alright, so, rock bottom. So, we got, let's see who goes for Bubble Buddy RCB. Who's got enough?
Balls.
Balls, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, whose testosterone is through the roof today? What are we doing?
Who's popping the backseats, boys?
Oh yeah, I forgot
I'm just gonna start calling that the back knee strat.
The back knee. That is gruesome.
This race is really close.
Yeah, this is actually a really good race. Univa is like only a spatula animation ahead right now. It's like 6 or 7 seconds, I'd say.
Jack should have gone for the one frame entrance to clear up that gap.
Yeah.
Kappa. Can you imagine getting that in a race? That'd be insane.
Should have gone for Disco Star, dude. Give it a shot. Oh wait, no, that's not the run anymore. I forgot.
Yeah, now they just walk around and use the cruise missile. Or whatever, the guitar.
The guitar, yeah. What is... Does Jack have a slow cruise boost right now? I'm so confused. No, I think he's okay.
I see Univa going for the 1 second time save. Yeah, so Univa got he did the more updated strat where you get the painting after the spatula, so that's just 1 second of time save there. Jack went for the middle tier strat where you get the painting on the ground first. Yeah. You know what I just realized?
What?
This is USA versus Canada. The
USA,
time will
that's
tell, dude.
Scavenger hunt 3 years running. Thank you.
Throughout history, this has always been the matchup.
Yeah, that's true. From the get-go, Fuff versus you.
Nah, the get-go is Hazel versus Cole, dude.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
It's always Canada versus the USA.
I mean, seeing as how, you know, there is no Japanese. Hey, you know, we'll give everyone a fair shot. But I mean, USA has held world record for 3 years, so. Well, almost 3 years now.
You know how good Cole was back in the day? Like, Nobody could even cruise boost back then except for him.
Isn't it crazy to think that cruise boosting is something that's like second nature for us now?
Yeah, and back in the day, it's like, oh, that's too hard. We can't do it. Just goes to show, man.
Cruise boosting was a thing that used to chase people away from, like, well, certain people like you, I believe, it got you into running this game. Other people, it kept them from running this game. But now it's like, there's so many things that you do at top level that you really don't even think about, and they're like way harder than cruise boosting.
Just wonder like what tips people over, like what strat people see and they're like, this is sick. Like what is it that makes people like, there are tricks that weren't even known, like this one here that Univa's doing. Like this wasn't even known back in the day, and I'm sure that there are some people who just watch this game for the first time and they're like, wow, that's crazy, this game is amazing. It's like stuff getting people into the game that we didn't even know existed.
Nice, Jack. That was good. That was good. This is really
solid. That was actually like exactly what he needed.
Yeah, this is like really, really close now. It's like, good God. This is what I'm saying. Every time Univa pulls a little bit ahead for some reason, Jack does something and just saves that time right back, keeps the gap at like 5 seconds.
It's important to note here that Univa is going for kids first. So he's doing this so he can do the load cycle, and then he's going to drown himself into the spatula to skip the animation later. That's like an alternate route that people do now. It's like very race safe. It doesn't lose a lot of time. As a matter of fact, it saves time if you're not doing RCB cycle. The only thing is you got to be kind of careful here because there is a checkpoint that's more to the left side of the stage. I don't know how I know this, but like there's a checkpoint that puts you like on the island by the monsoon if you go too far left.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there are a lot of like weird things in this game that like are kind of irrelevant, but like sometimes a strat comes around that makes them relevant again.
Right. All right, Jack's good. He did miss the cruise boost, but he's all good. So again, this is still going to be pretty close. I mean, you're going to see a tiny bit of a time difference still, just because of difference in.
Yeah, so he's drowning into it. He got the bounce up. That kind of sucks, but he's fine. He's just going to warp. Yeah. I guess Jack is a little bit behind now.
Yeah, did Jack do anything wrong? I really wasn't looking, because I feel like this is a lot more of a gap than it should be.
Yeah.
This is like a 15-second gap. Like, he lost 10 seconds, and I don't think that saves 10 seconds.
No, definitely not. That strat that Univa did probably saves like 4 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe we missed something. I might have just been completely distracted.
You know, one of the things I thinking about like all this international competition is like, you know, PAL players actually are not a disadvantage anymore because of ETG existing. Yeah.
Yeah. ETG.
They were in the first place because they can use PAL 60, but people who don't have TVs that play on PAL 60 can just do that now. ETG
was like really good and really bad in like a lot of ways. Like, you know, there's a lot of plus sides to it, but there's also downsides. Like for this in specific, for no SBA races, ETG kind of adds a layer of consistency that can make it hard for people to come back if they're, you know, a certain amount of time behind, which really wasn't a factor. But, you know, also consistency does factor in as well. You gotta.
Dude, I've been saying that ETG is like the best strat to be found in this game in the past year or so, because it helps everybody. Like, it makes the game more optimized. It doesn't make top level easier, and it makes like the bottom level where you first get into the game like so much lower, to the point where like, you know, can you imagine how many people quit this game back in the day because they couldn't get that stupid sponge glide to work? Like, now, if they had that back then, this game would be so much bigger.
I almost quit this game like 10 times because of losing really good runs out of downtown just to sponge glide.
Exactly, man. Like, there's a barrier, but now that's what I'm saying. Like, the world has to give this game another chance. Like, if you tried learning this game 2 years ago and you couldn't, like, it's just so much different now. All the dumb stuff is just not in the run anymore for new players. And it's still fast and fun. Like, the latest tutorial doesn't even have Flounder Hill anymore. And it's still easier than the old one was. And there's no tower climb. And it's just so much better. This is the time to get into this game, man. This is the time. I'm telling you, this is going to be the year where maybe not a lot of strats are found, but people are really going to push themselves in a bunch of different categories, and new people are going to try the game. It's really going to, you know, we're going to see a lot more development in areas that we didn't think had a potential.
I'm willing to bet money on the fact that there's going to be like a few, you know, new names up in top 10 at some point mid to late this year, honestly. Like within the next like 5 or 6 months, there might be some people in top 10 who, you know, are just starting out right now, because if you, like I said earlier, if you dedicate enough time to this game, you can get good within that amount of time with the amount of resources that we have right now. Like, it's definitely doable. You just have to grind. But this game is like really easy to get into, and the more you play it, it obviously just, you know, becomes more second nature just playing it. You know, strats get easier to add and stuff. So I'm pretty curious to see that. If only there was a tutorial on how to cross the Chocolate Creek first try, I'd be able to run the movie. Can't do it.
The creek?
The creek. I can't get across. I die every time!
Chocolate Creek is actually a really good pun, though. You gotta admit.
It's amazing.
Up Chocolate Creek without a paddle, like, come on. You know, there's fan art, not fan art, there's concept art in movie that's like actually like SpongeBob and Patrick are role playing with like a rubber or like latex suit and like a cop outfit. It's so weird.
Oh, good God. Yeah.
It's actually in the game. Like,
yeah, that kind of goes.
Kids game.
That goes to show right there. I mean, if you had any doubts in your mind, I think that should just about seal the deal for you, one way or another. Oh my God, that is terrible.
Dude, it's like legit, like straight up, like sex shop outfit. Patrick going to the back aisle at Spencer's.
That's awesome, dude. That's amazing.
Why didn't they add it into the game?
I don't know.
I think they realized it was a little bit too much. But then they had like the naked costumes. Like they had the naked Patrick costume, and they went through with that. So
yeah, you know,
why not just throw a latex suit with a zipper mouth over it?
Yes, that's something. It's terrible. Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Movie.
Movie. Yeah. There's your game.
There's the game.
You can have it. Now that we're men.
Now that we're men.
3 Meter Island. Am I right?
So both these runners, Jack going for Sponge Swamp as an attempt to pull it back, I believe. He's still got a hold Dutchman's, man.
I think he can do it.
This race has been close the entire time. It's been back and forth.
I hope he doesn't throw right here, dude. Please.
Yeah, this strat is kind of rough. There he goes.
That was good. That was clean. Still not a game changer or anything, but it is probably nice to have, what, a few seconds that come with that. It's really nothing, like, big, though. It's risky.
A few seconds is super nice to have. Univa delays his cycle a lot to really make sure he gets it.
Even then, he's like right on time.
Yeah.
All right. So this is
what he just did there lost like half a second to a second compared to like that sock is actually it's 0 seconds theoretically if you just do it perfectly.
It's so bad.
That's rough.
It's so bad. Jack's really gonna have to hope for Univa to mess something up pretty badly in Dutchman's. I mean, there's some stuff that could go wrong, but
as I was saying, that sock is 0 seconds optimally, but if you really try to skim by and barely get the trampoline, it's way, way harder. Like, you can almost get a 36 on this segment, which is pretty crazy. A 36 with a fast nut warp, by the way. Like when you go straight from here to super bounce, you can get a 36 off of that. It's possible. So it actually is a 0-second sock. I think it's crazy now that like forbidden skip isn't even a thing. Like remember back in 2016 when it was like forbidden skip, you know, oil skip, sponge glide, both of them, by the way, not just one. Like none of these strats are even in the run anymore. I'm surprised people still do oil skip with the sea needle route, because oil skip only saves like 4 seconds now with that route that I made with rock bottom early. It's actually like insane how much different the game is. Like all the dumb tricks that we used to have to sit through just don't even matter anymore for like these times these guys are trying to get, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you know, Fast Nut made its debut with the first 57. Now like Fast Nut is like not even worth going for unless you're going for like a 53 or something. Just because like if you're at the point where you'd even consider doing Fast Nut, why wouldn't you just do needleless? And if you're doing needleless, Fast Nut saves like 6 or 7 seconds.
Right.
It's just, yeah, because the alternative is doing Sandy's Dream early and doing Rock Bottom Trench late. So you would save a loading screen off of that. Because if you do Fast Nut, you have to go back to the trench twice. So it doesn't save. It saves like less than half the amount of time it would usually save. It's like Fast Nut is like an actual gutter strat now. It's not even a big time save.
No, it's like, what do we calculate it to be? Like a 7-second for the route that I'm using right now, I think. It's like 7 seconds for needleless. It just as a whole, I think. It's really not
you can increase. You can make that faster by doing really risky strats, but like, yeah, it's like Turbo Nut is like an option for 2 seconds. You got like the one hit sleepy. It saves a little bit more time. One hit sleepy saves like half a second if you don't do Fast Nut route. But Fast Nut route saves like 2.5 seconds if you do one hit sleepy. But again, oh, I just knocked something. That's rough. Nothing fell though. It was fine. I just kind of hit my arm.
We're in the clear.
Yeah, like you just kind of tack on dumb strats. If you're doing trench in one shot, doing one hit sleepy saves like half a second because you have the cycle to account for, the platform cycle at the end. Because if you make the cycle, you don't have to slam. Either way, like you still have to slam if you do the one hit sleepy and you do that. So it only saves time if you do trench in 2 shots.
Jack really should have gone for shipwreck, or I mean, whatchamacallit, boat bash here.
Yeah, it could have saved him like a second or so. Boat bash doesn't save a lot of time. People think it saves more time than it does.
This is looking, I really don't know. I don't want to say that it's, you know, kind of slipping away from Jack, but at the same time, like the only thing Univa could really mess up at this point, and I don't think he's gonna go for fast brain. I wouldn't advise it if I were him.
Well, I'm of the opposite position because fast brain is still an option for Jack, and if Univa can do it consistently, then he should, to make sure that it's not a time save that Jack can get on him. But it's looking like Jack is like probably like a little, almost like a half a minute behind, I think, like 20 seconds or so.
I don't think it would be a game changer. Like Univa would really have to mess something up right here, which I don't see happening.
It would probably take like a Robo Sponge miss from Univa and Fast Brain and perfect rest of the game from Jack to make it close. So
yeah, Univa looks good here.
It's looking tough, yeah. Bread and butter.
Touch and skip is no problem. It's pretty light work for people who've been playing for a long time.
People think that boat bash saves like 3. I remember Chris the Fast, my man, thought that boat bash saved like 10 to 20 seconds or something like that. It got like so inflated from like rumor. That reminds me of the time that when Alex 97 was new to this community and he timed the wheel strat where you get the wheel through the electric gate in the lighthouse. He timed it to be like a 12-second time save.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm laughing at anymore. I think the fact that Chris thought it was a 20.
Yeah, but like it doesn't really save that much time. It's like a second or so.
Boat bash.
Couple seconds. Yeah, good old Chris.
We love him. Oh God. That is awesome.
Dude, back in the day when Alex would like miss time stuff, now he's like, the dude found like so many pivotal strats. Yo, what the hell? Univa going for the fast bounce.
Yeah, he just straight sent that. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the cheap percent bounce.
Dang, he really did go for it here. Hey, this is good runs
Yeah,
from both of these guys.
That's a
I must
dominating win for Univa, I'd say. Impressive first match.
Look at that. Wow.
That's gonna be a mid 50. Oh no!
Oh, that's not good. All right, well, he can recover.
He knows the
Yeah,
backup.
he's good.
Smart.
He's
He's smart. He knows what he's doing. Still a mid 58.
Yeah,
Very nice.
that's not a bad run. There's nothing to complain about at all.
Very nice. It's probably on PB pace before Dream. But again, that doesn't really mean much because Dreams that's like nothing compared to how much you have to do in this run.
Right.
It's like I was on PB pace until Sponge Glide, and the game ruined my run.
The game.
So that's game 1. So Univa needs to win one more time to take the tournament and the prize pot, and Jack's gonna have to pull something out to get the next match in.
You know, that was actually a really good race. That was a really good race.
That does it. I'm becoming a lawyer. You haven't defeated
Yeah, Univa had a really good run for the amount of strats that he missed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he did have a few hiccups here and there, but he had a really solid run.
Damn. Alright, we're gonna get Hasfar in here now. He's gonna commentate the next match. I gotta tell Sway to accept.
stupid robot. Who are you calling stupid? I went to community college. You oversized puppy grinder. Oh yeah? I'll show you. Come here and fight like a model.
Well, Plankton, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, I certainly did. Next time I'll get it right.
Are we taking a break?
Ouch! We won! Who wants to get ice cream?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we have a little bit of time. So we're just going to switch up commentators here for a second, get the things set up for the next race here.
This was fun though, and impressive finish from Jack, 59-20. Very high level times.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
both
over yet, boys.
runners, you know, played well. I think either runner could take the second match,
Yeah,
obviously.
if we see a reverse 2-0, then we get to see another match played next week. So let's see what happens. It's a good race. Very, very fun to watch. Good games.
Sure.
But yeah, we still got one more, potentially 2 more actually. But I actually have to go and work on my dumb essay for school. I only got 2 months left until I graduate college and just play this game full time forever. So just gotta get those things racked up.
Full time forever.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm dropping out of high school, and I'm actually gonna run Twonkies full time. I actually purchased a Shinograph in real life to go around the hallways in school, running around, just, you know.
Dude, like, you can legitimately make a Shinograph. That's kind of scary to think about. You can actually make one.
Yeah, you really
Just get a
could.
megaphone, just get the voice clip and just put it on a loop.
Sheen just screaming into a microphone. Yeah.
That'd be a pretty funny prank. You should do that.
Epic April Fools with the Shinograph. that's so terrible.
Hey, Jimbo.
Hey, Jimbo. I don't
Hey.
even know. Yeah, that's it right there. What the? Oh my God, that was sickening. That was disgusting. That was awful. Good God.
Dude, say what you want about Twonkies. It's actually like a pretty damn good use of the license. Like, the game is not fun to play, but the characters they look pretty damn good. Like, the animations are pretty good too. It's still a bad game though.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad.
It still feels like you're in an episode of Jimmy Neutron, though. I gotta commend it for that.
It's like, yeah, I mean, they really lined up the game to be as bad as the show really is, you know? like it nailed it right on the cuff, and it's honestly...
It nailed it. It's like how Battle shows how good of a show SpongeBob is. They really nailed it with Twonkies. You really feel like you're part of the show.
Twonkies is debatably a better showcase of the actual TV show than Battle is for SpongeBob. Let's be honest. I mean, with episodes where Carl eats some type of gum.
Jimmy.
And oh God. Hi, Jimmy. I can't even do it.
Holy crap, Lois! I'm in Jimmy Neutron.
That is amazing. Oh. This is how we're passing our time. That's awesome. Holy crap!
No, don't mind me, guys. I'm just eating tacos.
You want to buy a scenograph, you bastard?
I got a scenograph right here. The petograph.
Petograph.
The petograph.
Peter, what the hell are you doing with a megaphone?
Peter, what are you doing with a megaphone attached to a sandwich? Lois, not only am I running a movie, I'm running Twonkies.
Peter Griffin's with me.
That's the worst thing ever.
Peter Griffin Gaming. Okay. This is epic.
Hey, Peter. I'm running Twonkies.
This is. We need to get Loader in this call. Can we invite him?
Invite Loader.
Hey.
Hey, Peter. That's amazing. All right. Hold on. Let me just make sure we're on schedule still.
Just want y'all to know, I was eating during that, and those accents almost made me want to throw up.
Hey, listen.
I'm just messing around.
Listen.
Neutron!
Hey, sugar booger.
Boy!
That was good.
Rockets are big, scary things. How does it even go? But Dad, I want to go to Retroland with my friends.
This is terrible. This is the worst GSA stream possibly ever.
Well, once when I was 7 years old, I sat on a banana, and well, you know, that changed my life.
And that changed my life.
Is Sway getting on? Is he gonna commentate?
He just joined the call. He just joined the server or whatever.
Yeah,
Group DM.
he's offline right now.
Oh yeah, he is offline.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up by painting the Jellyfish Fields Kingdom blue.
Blue? We're gonna wrap this up with the age-old question of what would it look like if we turned Jellyfish Fields blue? Oh, that's a blue grass.
That's a blue jellyfish. Holy crap, guys. This is insane. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh, good God. This is amazing. It's top quality.
I'll be back.
What would happen if I turned the bass of my mic up to 10?
All right, so we're gonna give it a few more minutes just to wait and see if Jessway is gonna hop in here in a second. I'm not sure because him and Hasfar were supposed to be commentating this next. He might have forgotten, honestly. But we're just that's the wait.
Yeah,
we'll have the
Sway
race
joined
going.
the call. I don't know what's up with him though. Like
he
he had to accept the friend request to get into the call anyway.
Oh no, Hasfar added him, so they were already friends. So he might just be MIA.
Yeah, maybe he forgot. I don't know. Well,
He might something with work or school might have came up.
ugh.
Is there anybody else that we could possibly toss in the commentary who would want to do it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's we have backup.
I know of someone who'd be able to help.
All right, we're gonna get probably somebody in on the rescue here. Just give the runners a little bit more time to keep their movement warm and stuff.
All right,
The
hold
next
on.
race will probably be starting in the next like 5 minutes or so.
All right.
Yeah, do what you got to do, Hasfar. No problem.
Yeah, let me just go.
I mean, we could just start the race and.
That is true. If worst comes to worst, we can start, and I'll stay around until, you know, we have.
Wait, is that Tongo? Tongo should fucking get in here.
Tongo.
Yeah. But if Ringo, I don't know, if Ringo wants to do it, if you have time, maybe you guys could do it.
Let me see what time it is.
Are you saying, as far as saying 4 would do it? Yeah, that's cool. We can just get 4 in here.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I really have to go. I don't have
Alright.
much more time.
Yep, that sounds like a plan. Alright, so we're gonna switch commentators here. We're gonna have Hasfar and 4 stepping up.
All right, we got our solution, fellas.
Alright. We're gonna let you guys take it over from here. We're gonna bounce.
Thank you for commentating, guys. Really appreciate
No problem. Enjoy the rest of the race, everybody.
Are you ready, kids?
Peace.
I can't hear you.
Well, guys. This should be very interesting.
Yeah, game 2 could be the last one of the tournament.
Or it could be the
Or-
second to last.
Yeah.
Or the second to fourth. Or fifth.
Point is, the outcome of this match is huge.
Indeed. Well, anyway, I'm back for, what is this, my 16th race that I've commentated, and 4's here for his first one.
Yeah. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I am jumping in, but I got this.
Wherever Jessway is, I do hope he's having a good day.
Yeah.
Give these guys some more time to practice. Should be starting pretty soon, though.
Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Sorbet in yellow and porous is he.
Alright, we should be off pretty soon.
Be something you wish. Throw on the deck and flop like a fish.
Alright, here we go.
So, how do you think this second race is likely to go, considering what happened in the first race?
It could go either way, honestly. Univa put up a really solid run there. Not too many mistakes outside of Dream. But Jackalacka is known for being able to put out really solid runs, too. So, I think it's either way.
I'd have to agree, especially considering the last time these two guys had a best of 3, it went to 3 races. I could see it happening again for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And by now, Jackalacka is he's done more of the best of 3, so I don't know if that'll play in his favor or not. Being more used to doing more games in a row for tournaments.
One thing to keep in mind is that most of us have an idea of how much Jack's been playing the game lately, as to where we don't really have much of an idea of how much Univa has played.
Looks like he's pretty well practiced right now, though.
Univa does not take long to knock off the rust, I will say that.
We can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for robots.
Yeah, I just have to guess he did practice based on his performance last game. That's a time that was actually really close to his PB.
Yep. Honestly, I think we could see a PB from either of these guys in any of these races, because they're definitely capable of it.
Yeah, they've had 57 paces many times in these races.
Univa came pretty close in the last best of 3 he did. So, watch out for that.
Coming up on Hammer Skip, we're probably going to see the bash strat from both of them. That seems to be their preferred safety method. I just noticed they both also get the checkpoint there.
There really isn't that much difference in the strats that these guys do. Yep, both of them going for the bash strat. But Jack getting
with the one
a
frame.
first time. That's pretty good. Univa kind of struggling.
Univa taking the death warp.
Get it though. Yep.
Go SpongeBob! Go SpongeBob!
Jack will be ahead at a few seconds.
Good hammer skips from both of them. Yeah, that one frame is huge at this level. Those 6 seconds can mean a huge amount. Alright, coming up on Pat's hammer. See how Jack does. Oh, a little overshot.
See if Univa can catch up here beginning of first try. Oh, and he missed it too!
Bash. Okay, well, second try from Jack.
Univa missing it again! Oh my goodness,
Whoa.
this is not a good start for Univa.
Pat's hammer can really do that to you sometimes. No matter how much you practice the trick, it's not that easy to get 100% consistent by any means. But third try. Clean Squid's House climb segment from both of them. Alright, let's see how these syncs go.
You just met the Sponginator.
It's like no lucky sync for Jack.
That's only 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys are already just about 20 seconds apart. Univa missing the button. Not the first time he's had trouble with that first button. Had a bit of a problem with that in the first race too.
Yeah. The buttons can be pretty tricky.
You just met the Sponginator.
I'm very interested in seeing how scene goes for both of these runners. Univa had a pretty clean one in his first race, but Jack struggled pretty hard on the second cycle. Pretty straightforward gameplay going on from both of these guys right now.
Yeah, it's pretty rare for any of them to make mistakes in just these raw movement sections like streets.
Jack gonna enter at 6:10.
Alright, let's see him make some cycles here. He's got this. Had a rough time last race, but I expect he'll hopefully pull it out this time.
So yeah, currently a 21-second difference between those two. Not too big this early on though. That could definitely be closed pretty easily.
Yeah, just one missed trick and dream could change that.
Or of course, if either of these guys struggle with early towers glide.
Or Sea Needle.
Jack's first two cycles looked pretty good.
Yeah, he should be able to make the third on time.
Whoa, that
was close.
That was kind of sus.
He barely made it on that corner. Oh, he hit the Thunder Tiki on his second cycle.
Still on cycle though. That was pretty scary.
Oh, Univa. Oh, that's gonna be rough for his third cycle.
Pretty much the reverse of what we saw in the first race. Jack getting through Sea Needle pretty cleanly. Oh, even getting the damage boost on that button press.
That's like a half a second save or something.
Well, Univa's probably going to be behind cycle.
Yeah, and people really don't practice backup cycles for this. You just kind of wing it if you're behind.
Sea Needle's just one of those levels that you kind of just... It's kind of hard to practice because you kind of just have to learn it as you go.
Yeah, the cycle's different if you try to reload the level to practice it, so you only get one shot per file, really. And then you want to practice getting it first try, obviously, so your backups really just come from experience.
Yeah, so far Jack's had a pretty good start to his run. Univa's been kind of struggling though.
Yeah, the only mistake from Jack so far has been the one Pat's hammer miss.
Well, Univa kind of struggling to get on that platform.
Could this be fatigue already from game one?
It might be. Again, it's kind of hard to tell how much Univa has been playing this game lately because he usually doesn't he doesn't stream his runs that often or his practice that often. Yeah, like I said though, Univa's skill level in this game is like one of the highest of any active runner. It usually doesn't take him that long to de-rust. As we did see in that first race, but...
And his performance in the tournament has shown he's doing pretty good for himself.
Fatigue might be a factor, though.
Yeah, playing an hour-long run back-to-back can certainly affect your performance.
Especially if this goes to a third race.
Yeah, it's going to be the real endurance test if we go to a Game 3. Thankfully, if we get a bracket reset, they don't have to do 6 in a row. Ooh, that Arter's going...
Weird placement.
He usually stays in front, but He can do anywhere from going left to right to even inside the building if he really doesn't like you that day.
Jack's still looking good on the cycle, though.
Yeah, the cycle there was fine. Didn't lose any additional time to that.
If Univa gets a good spot. Oh! Getting pushed to the left. Should be able to jump on there, though.
Kinda crummy tartars from both of them.
Could be pretty tight.
Game's not making this rooftops easy. It's a segment people usually underestimate the potential to gain and lose time in.
Absolutely. Even if you're slightly behind cycle, it could make all the difference.
Yeah, with all my I've been running this game for a year and I still have yet to get a perfect rooftops. It's a skill for sure to be able to do this well.
Jack, meanwhile, making quick work of Lighthouse. This was a pretty solid downtown segment for Jack. Univa, not as much. Again, this really is going the opposite of what happened in the first race. Jack did kind of get off to a shaky start, especially with that C needle in the first race. This time it's Univa with those two Pats hammer misses and a not so perfect downtown. Jack gonna exit at 11:52. That chuck damage boosted Univa right into the fodder bot, so that might have helped him actually. So yeah, Univa's already, I'd say, 30 seconds behind after this segment. 11:21. Yep, 29-second difference between these two. See if Jack can keep this lead going with a good early towers glide. If he messes up here, Univa can catch right back up. Getting the cutscene skip. Not quite getting fat guy skip though. One frame tower slot, first try, pretty nice. Alright, here comes glide. Looks like a first try ETG. Univa, meanwhile, getting the cutscene skip first try. Pretty good from Jack. Now let's see if he can get the slide bash. Oh, he drowned! Oh no! We'll see if he opts to go for old glide. Yep.
Alright, sorry about dipping there. I received a phone call, but
Jack's gonna have.
Looks like we're kinda even for now.
If Jack gets this, ooh.
Did Jack die on ETG?
Yeah, he drowned. Jack's gonna go for ETG instead, which I guess makes sense, but like...
If you're out of practice on the old glide, like...
Yeah, Univa's gonna go back ahead if he gets this slide bash.
Having trouble on the return bash boost, though, but he's getting it. Getting it now.
And just like that, Univa has the lead again.
Yeah, with tricks like the glide, that can really turn things around. Okay, Jack looks like he's safe on this one.
Especially the slide bash.
Yeah, the bash boosts, those are, those can be iffy. Just sometimes don't get enough speed or you're on a bad animation and it just doesn't work for you. Univa had really good bumper boats, by the way. You got the lucky boat, and then everything else lined up for him, whereas Jack had a little bit of trouble there.
That's just an example of how quickly things can turn around in these races.
Yeah.
Univa gonna try to get tower climb first try.
Well, I'd hope he'd try to get it first try. Trying to get it second try wouldn't make sense to me. But he did get it first try. Let's go.
I'll come in. What do you do?
Oh, Jack messing it up.
Yeah. Wonder if he's flustered from the glide.
It would be pretty upsetting to see him let this snowball, especially with how good his run was going up until that point. The
I
last
believe
thing
he can regain his composure, though.
That's the last thing I'd want to see happen in a race like this.
Yeah. Lots of pressure on him, though.
Oh yeah.
The thoughts going through these runners' minds right now must be kind of crazy.
Win or go home, dude. Meanwhile, Univa exiting caves.
Patrick doing a familiar face there.
Two familiar faces, as a matter of fact.
Gotta love global timers.
Shoutouts to my guy Freeze, by the way. It looked like a 20-second difference between these two now.
Yeah, about 20 seconds, I'd say. You know, about getting the spat from Larry and then heading to the dome.
17-11 split for him.
Maybe, yeah, a little over 20, like 25 or something. Again, one mistaken dream can switch that around.
17:38.
Hey. Shoutouts to my boy Fetty. But yeah, both players in the dome now. My favorite auto-scroller in this game.
I agree.
The robot better change tactics and fast.
I'd like to take the time here to thank everybody who participated in this tournament, everybody who was able to commentate, and everybody who helped get this thing together. It's been really fun to watch unfold, and I really hope we get to do more of these as time goes on.
Yeah, hopefully we see more of Battle for Bikini Bottom on GSA in the future. We've got some hopes for that. We might want to try different categories and whatnot. But I've really enjoyed this tournament so far. I had a great time participating in it and then watching everyone else. It was really cool that we got this opportunity.
Seeing how much this game has grown just in the last 2 years and how much better it's gotten and more optimized it's gotten, and having the chance to show it off to a wider audience is always exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, nice flying head thing move by Patrick.
Ever read those signs in the back? It's like rend, maim. Does that say maim? I can't tell.
Yes, that's...
That's kind of morbid for a kid's game, don't you think?
I'm pretty sure rend is a reference to renderware, but like...
Yeah, but maim
thing? That's kind of shush.
Yeah. Though, there's SpongeBob's a sponge and Patrick's a starfish. They can just regenerate if they get maimed, I suppose.
See, I'm not a marine biologist, but I'm pretty sure you're somewhat correct about that.
Well, Patrick regenerated in that one episode. Right? That was him? Into like a clone?
Oh yeah.
That was a more recent episode. I'm not too familiar with them. Haven't watched SpongeBob regularly in quite some years.
I'd recommend going back to SpongeBob's second season, now on DVD.
Now
All
on
your favorites.
DVD. Now on DVD. I'd hate to be the section of the stands with the giant Robo Sandy banner right now, because things are not looking good for them. They're gonna go home disappointed in the outcome of this match.
Someone lost a bet.
I wonder if betting on the Poseidon is legal in Bikini Bottom.
No, I never thought about that.
No, I don't think anybody has.
2053 exit for Univa.
Yeah, still a 20-minute Poseidon despite a few mistakes. That's just a testament to how consistent he is with his movement. Gonna be a 21-16 from Jack.
So 23-second difference between these two right now.
Yeah, it's still pretty close.
Univa not getting the bull. I'll lose him a little bit.
Gonna be a few seconds there. The gamer shot, as I like to call it. See what the Treatum does to Jack. Getting hit there, that's unfortunate. Will he get the bull? Right up close, and he got it.
Kind of a floaty bull, but it worked.
Yeah, that's a Kobe, if I've ever seen one.
SpongeBob storage for Univa right now. Looking good so far.
And he gets it as to be expected. 21 on the timer. So that's, you know, not good, not bad, just average.
Jack getting a little backspin on that one.
Yeah. SpongeBob's a pretty neat mechanic. It's a shame we don't see too much more of it in this run.
See how good the Krusty Krab RNG is for Univa. Jack not
Jack
getting the
misses the
spatula and
bash
chum bucket.
there. Thankfully he didn't get hit off.
That's a few seconds.
If you're really unlucky, the Thunder Tiki's hitbox just becomes tangent with you on the very outside of it and you get sent flying, but Jack avoided that.
Alright, big turning point coming up for this one. Last race, Univa missed slide skip twice, and that caused Jack to get behind. But then Jack missed oil skip, so they ended up being even after the segment. So a lot can happen in Dream.
Saw Univa get some slide skip practice in during the intermission, so let's see if he's better prepared this time.
It worked out. Kind of a weird bull.
Yeah, pushing the ball along the ramp. Okay, he's good this time. Jackalacka on slide skip.
Pretty
Both
clean.
of them got the quick bounce there. It's an extra second saved.
Univa getting ready for oil skip now.
Kind of to the side, but he got the speed to make it count.
And landed on top of the spatula. Meanwhile, Jack gonna go get Sandy Nut.
Oh yeah, they do their spats in a different order here.
Just a matter of preference, really.
Yeah, I don't think it saves or loses any time doing oil skip and Sandy Nut in any order. Ooh, Jack almost slipping off the nut. Can he climb back up? Hey, he's good, he's good.
That would have been heartbreaking if he fell off.
Yeah, failing Sandy Nut to not even the checkpoint trigger is rough, but looks like we will see what the trigger does to him. No skydive, but he got the checkpoint. Univa's spending a little bit more time on the nut, but you know, better safe than sorry with something this important.
Skydive from Univa. See how oil skip goes for Jack.
Both of them getting the nut trigger first try.
That was a pretty good dream from Univa.
Jack going to the other side, but
first
having
try
the
oil
speed
skip
to
though.
make it.
This will be a pretty clean dream exit for Jack. Really, other
Looks
than
like the practice paid off for Univa. That was a mistakeless dream segment.
Univa get the one frame jump here. Nope.
Will he get the doggo boost though?
Don't think
Nope.
so. Wait, nah.
This segment's another one of those that looks straightforward, but you can easily gain or lose a few seconds here, just depending on one frame strats and RNG. Jackalacka with the one frame.
See if he can get the dog boost.
See, nope. Maybe? No. Ooh, hitting Arf. You deserve that, TBH.
I did save a little bit of time.
Ah, my favorite segment.
Man, I was about
Melons.
to say.
I have a rough personal history with this segment.
Yeah, this segment, again, is one of those things that just looks very simple and straightforward, but you can mess it up
Honestly,
at the worst possible time.
it's not that hard, but mistakes do happen every once in a while. Just a lot more often for certain individuals.
Just gotta make sure you pay as close attention as possible.
You don't need to focus super hard, but just don't go into it blind.
This is definitely a segment where you just can't go into it brain dead. I mean, that goes for most of the game, but like still.
Yeah, except for jellyfish caves, walking through, but that's a nice stretch break for me.
Ooh, Jack almost got hit by the cannonball.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me in my PB, is I got hit by a cannonball and fell off and lost 20 seconds. There's always something in that segment for me. But let's look at Univa slamming the towers. A little faster than using the melons. So like he got a pretty optimal towers of power there.
Jack
I didn't
gonna
know
slam all of them.
Jack also slammed them.
Interesting. Jack's usually been throwing the melons in his runs.
Maybe he
Similar
knows he's a
spikes.
little behind and is trying to keep that gap as small as possible.
First try, slide skip for Univa. Interesting that thing was just the more recent thing, that figuring out that just slamming all the buttons was faster than throwing the melons in whatever order.
Yeah, you gotta be really precise with it though. If one missed slam or, you know, going a little too high on your jumps could make it slower. It's actually a really hard strat to save time with.
Personally, I find it easier to do it, but that's just because I'm bad at aiming melons at the buttons.
Univa having a hard time with the ledge there. It's gonna be on
Slightly
kind of an
behind.
odd cycle here.
Gonna have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
he
that
didn't
was
fall
kind
that-
of shaky. That's gonna let Jack catch up just a little bit if he can get
Yeah,
this.
probably 5 seconds lost to the turret there.
Jack's on cycle.
Security tunnel's a strat that's pretty easy to do first try if everything goes right, but then it starts getting shaky when you're on the backup cycles.
If you can get that bull. Yeah,
That bull.
the gap's been closed a bit though.
Yeah. Definitely gonna have to see how these players play in late game. It's still anyone's match. It's anyone's tournament, technically, still. As long as you're Jackalacka or Univa, that is.
You're gonna exit at 30-24.
Yeah. Gonna be a 30-23, but a little menuing mistake there.
Alright, Univa's behind on shinies going to Sand Mountain, looks like. If
He's gonna have to take the stack, and then maybe he'll have to get some into the Sand Mountain Lodge. Jack should be fine with just the stack by Shady Shoals, though.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes for Univa. Got the cutscene skip. Univa having barely enough.
Yeah. He should be fine for the rest of the game as long as it doesn't go too terribly in terms of shiny route. As long as he hits the stacks he normally goes for, he should be okay.
Jack getting the cutscene skip too.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed a lot more people are starting to do, is getting that cutscene skip and the shinies.
Not really easy to get that with the shiny stack.
Yeah, it's a weird angle to approach it from. A nice little stroll down Guppy Mound here. No billboard from Univa.
There's nothing like the smell of bubbles in the morning. Smells like
I would like to thank Heavy Iron for programming the endgame timer so it could be easier to tell how far apart these two are.
Yeah. Got a clean 20 seconds between them here.
Can Univa get the gamer bowl? Not even gonna go for it.
Yeah, he's doing the old strat, gonna go for the 2-frame here. And he's a little early. I personally find the bull strat to be easier, and it's also faster, so why not?
And it's less risky than going for that because you don't lose underwear either. Jack gets it.
Yeah, if you're on 1 underwear, you have to really play it safe down there, especially if you go for the old strat. But yeah, it's gonna close the gap even more.
Yeah, this is still definitely anyone's race.
33:05 exiting the slide here for Univa. These guys have parallel routes pretty much the whole way through, it looks like.
Jack only 16 seconds behind right now.
Like, down to getting the same stacks. I think their only difference is 1 sock, maybe?
Jack's a sock ahead, right?
Yeah, I think Jack gets a stock early, and then he doesn't get Dutchman Lake, maybe? I don't remember.
Yeah, he doesn't go for Dutchman Lake stock.
But I know Univa does. Actually, the sock Jack has early is the one on top of the sandcastle that Univa gets later.
Yikes! Looks
Now
like
that I'm thinking
SpongeBob's
about
in
it.
for a rough ride.
Okay, Industrial Park time. We could see a difference of 20 seconds just based on how Patrick decides to spin himself around. Or we could see no difference.
And of course, while we have the time, I'd like to remind everyone that PACE registrations are still open for April 26th through April 28th, where you can see the grand finals for the Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 64, and Celeste tournaments, and a BFBB 100% SBA run ran by Shift with commentary from Ringo, Jared, and Jelly. Type in exclamation point PACE in the chat for tickets. Thank you. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Ow! I guess SpongeBob winning that way.
You don't have to say that again for another hour, potentially. Yeah, BFBB 100% is a really interesting category. You get to see a lot more of the stuff that we skip in this run, skipped in a different way, pretty much. It's gonna be a pretty exciting run to see.
To get SpongeBob unfrozen?
Good phase 1s from both of them. Jack always gets real up close with Robopat in phase 1. That always sketches me out a little.
It's always interesting seeing the subtle differences of strats these guys do.
That's a vintage strat, hopping up on the hook there. If you look at the world record videos from like 2014, you see runners doing that. Doesn't make too much a difference though, as long as you get enough crates out before he stops.
One more douse with that stuff, and SpongeBob will be back in the ring. Oh, that was a doozy!
Ooh, Jack not getting the kind of crate placement he needs. Having to go back to the swinger there.
Not too big of a deal. It's only like 1 or 2 seconds at the most.
Yeah, it's a minor thing, but when you're dealing with Industrial Park, you get minor thing after minor thing that can either be really good for you or total up to a lot of time. It's better to play it safe though, because drowning there is guaranteed to lose a minute. Whereas just stopping for the crate is minuscule. See how Pat behaves for Univa. Gonna be nice for the first spin.
Well, we see the patented 4-bash. No, darn. I'm sorry.
It's fine, I'm used to people not doing it. There's no statistical evidence for it yet, but I'm a firm believer in the 4-bash.
Right for Jack. Ooh, missing the bull, but he's still good.
Like, good for Univa's second spin. Jack getting another good spin. Will we see double nice Patrick? Behaving for Univa, that was really good manips for him.
30-25 for Univa. We'll see where he lands for Jack.
Wow, that was a 6 for 6 there. So we have a 17-second difference between these two runners right now.
It'll be a very huge rock bottom segment coming up for these guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be down to all these cruise boosts and how they do in Museum.
Univa not quite getting that first try.
Yeah.
Every missed cruise boost counts at this point because this really is gonna come down to the wire now.
Yeah. Yeah, every missed cruise boost is a second, and seconds count when you're at this point in the run. This close. Univa having more trouble with his boosts.
Jack can inch back up ahead if he keeps hitting these well.
Yeah. We might see some RCBs from players. Yeah, Jack doing an RCB here, first try, wow. That's gonna help close the gap just ever so slightly each time he does one. But it could be what wins him the game. If he hits every single RCB first try.
gonna be the difference between whether Univa can close this tournament out or whether Jack can force the third match.
Yeah.
You gonna see the zoom in strat?
Patented.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if you can patent strat and speedrun. The industry hasn't sold out that much yet.
I mean, you haven't patented L clipping yet, so.
Yeah, I technically didn't find it. Cole found R clipping in movie first. I no longer try and take credit for that trick.
40-35 entrance for Univa.
Yeah, it's time for Bob Museum. I couldn't tell if he missed a CB there. Let's see how his cycle is. Oh, he's gonna go for it. No,
oh, and he missed the
has
cycle.
to do the second cycle. Oh no! Third
he's
cycle.
gonna have to wait again. Jack can catch up now.
Closing the gap even more.
Oh no!
No, but Jack fell.
That's...
That turret is super tricky to get up on. Even the most experienced players have issues every once in a while.
Not a great start to Bob Museum for either of these two.
I think the gap's going to be relatively the same as they had going into it.
There really wasn't any net gain or net loss from this. Oh, Univa getting hit!
Dang.
This is sloppy.
That's rough. Yeah, Jack not getting hit. Oh, Univa does the spat first there, okay.
So 11 seconds, I'd say, right now. So the gap did get closer.
Yeah. Yeah, getting hit going up to the sock ended up tipping it in Jack's favor for Museum. Yeah, about
Sleepy skip coming up for Univa.
These players are pretty good at sleepy skip, so hopefully I didn't just curse them. Alright, looking good.
Really clean from Univa. Now Jack's turn. Oh, he missed the ledge grab! No!
That's not the usual way of missing that.
That'll lose him 5 seconds.
Only, yeah, 5 to 10 maybe. Looks like okay, yeah, he got the actual sleepy skip though. Once he made it up.
Grab will hurt though.
Univa gonna head into Murmur 2, doing prawn and then ballroom clip.
4307 exit for Univa.
Yep. Missing some boosts, but he's making it. That L clip there, giving him some trouble.
Did get the trigger. So the gap is pretty much 22 seconds right now.
Yeah, about that.
See how
ballroom
for
Univa. Had a little bit of trouble last time. We'll see how it goes. Nope.
1, 2,
No.
3.
Wow.
4. Oh boy.
This trick's
getting. Well, he gets it, but
perfect after some weird analog input, so it can always be tricky.
Jack missing it once. Jack getting it second try. Well,
that's gonna tighten things up a little bit.
That did give him enough breathing room. Univa's gonna get kits first now. Jack's probably gonna get the moat spatula first. Yep.
Yeah, there's about a 6-second difference between the two now. So more Monka than before.
Pretty good RCB from Jack there.
Jack's RCBs might end up.
Oh, Univa did not get the third kid. He's gonna have to come back for that one. That's not too. That's not
the worst thing that can happen during kids, but I think they might be even after that.
Now Jack drowned when he did kids in his race, in his first race. Let's see if he avoids that mistake this time. First try cruise boost.
Wonder if Jackalacka is going to go for the newly discovered 0.3 second time saver on the spat here.
Doubt it.
I doubt it because it was discovered during their last race. Would have had 0 time to practice it.
Get the first 2 kids.
Yeah, first 2 are the hardest.
Jack could maybe be ahead.
Getting
No,
the
I think
third.
he'd still be behind a little bit if. Looking pretty good though.
You've just met
Univa's
SpongeBob.
kids route in general is faster, I think. So despite Jack not making any mistakes, he's still,
Only a 4-second difference now.
yeah.
It's heating up, guys. And of course, here we are, the hardest fucking. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
Shame. Okay.
Dang
well,
it.
Rainbow Ride, as some people call it. Did Jack miss the button? I think he did. That's a 4 or 5 second loss there for missing the button. Bowling there, that scared me. Thought he was gonna bowl off.
Yeah, the gaps open up just a little bit.
Slamless from Univa. Slamless from Jack. Oh no. I don't blame him. Any hint of doubt there and I'd slam. You don't want to drown when you're in a situation like this.
It's not worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you know you're gonna get it, you can do it, but I wouldn't risk any sort of death there. Rock skip from Univa, the zone setup.
Jack
Univa
goes for
setup's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Jack goes for a pretty similar setup too.
Yeah.
The 1 jump. Yep. First try.
Good rock skips from these guys. Jack getting a ledge grab, but that's not a terrible deal. Better than falling into the goo and losing 30 seconds.
Crab boost. That's pretty iffy. Oh, not a good RCB for Jack. Univa getting a pretty decent lead again.
Doing the alpha strat there. Keeping the cruise boost active. I am getting another phone call. Be right back.
We'll see you later, 4. Meanwhile, I will continue to regale chat with family-friendly commentary. Univa getting the most difficult part of the game down pretty quickly. King Jellyfish is really hard. Jack's turn now. Univa should be good on shinies by the end of the slide. Yeah, no big deal for him. So yeah, shiny count isn't really a thing to worry about at this point. If we're gonna finish up JF, I'd say 49-28.
Don't you just
29.
love it when you tell someone to text you later and then they call you? Alright, well.
Well, our generation doesn't listen well enough.
Yeah. Kids these days. Alright, I hope nothing went wrong to either of them during King Jellyfish.
No.
It's a very difficult fight, but I trust these runners' abilities.
Gap has been more or less the same.
Okay. Leaf strat.
Shoutouts to Curtis.
Shoutouts. Shoutouts to giving shoutouts.
Shout out to the people who need to know the opposite of in.
Yeah. Oh, Univa!
Oh, he fell on the slide. That you rarely see that.
That was such
Like
a weird
that-
way of it happening too.
That pretty much
He must have-
never happens at this level.
He must have had one of those things where his camera was just slightly off, so he turned the wrong way.
Oh, didn't get the trigger either.
This could be basically
my-
evened up now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jack's caught up now. Oh my goodness.
That's like a second or 2 seconds difference between them now.
Man,
Jack is not going to go down without a fight.
you hate to see it.
That is a 2-second gap between the players now.
It's unbelievable.
See if anybody decides to go for any funny business in Kelp. I know Jack's been keen on doing Sponge Swamp every so often.
I don't know.
Nobody's doing the pause clip.
I don't know if Univa goes for Sponge Swamp. Jack has been going for it pretty consistently in his runs, though. Univa's not gonna go for it. This could be interesting.
Yeah, Jack is. This may close the gap all the way.
If he can get it.
This always makes me nervous.
First
got
try.
it.
Oh boy.
I think this gap is now closed. See, wow,
we're
the
even.
sync.
We are perfectly even now.
Oh my.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Dream 2 and then Dutchman.
Yeah, this is a perfect match right now. Socks,
Oh
Bad.
my goodness. Squid's Dream.
both good on shinies. Oh my god, are we gonna see a synced Squid's Dream?
My goodness.
Jackalacka with the Dream strat that makes everyone nervous except for him.
Ooh.
Univa taking the bounceless, but I think they're still synced.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the ledge grab!
I've
What?
never seen someone ledge grab there.
Wow. Either way.
This is so close. It's down to cruise boost at this point.
Yep. I am so nervous right now.
Yeah, and just with that, a missed cruise boost puts Jack ahead.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a great Dutchman segment, guys.
Down to the wire.
So that
Oh shoot. Jack kind of
Jack
messed
pressed
up
B
turning
on
in
the
his...
text box.
Yeah, he kind of messed up turning in his shinies there, so Univa was barely ahead again. Now they're
But-
synced again.
This is gonna happen a lot.
Oh boy. Pack and
Has so many seconds here and there. That
the old seesaw.
yeah.
Alright, pull boost.
Oh, that cruise
They-
boost together was so nice looking.
Oh,
Jack playing it a little safer on the the sock here.
we got a heck of a race going on right now.
Yeah.
Did this go down to Fast Brain?
That's gonna be quite the sight if it does.
Oh my goodness. Fast Brain to decide the tournament potentially. Oh. We'll see. We'll just have to see how this Dutchman goes. It's been looking pretty good for both of them so far.
Yeah, and these players are really good at Dutchmans in general. zoom in strat from Univa, and then just the standard walk into it spat.
That always worries me from Jack, but I know that angle doesn't like push you off the ledge at all. It just looks like a bad angle.
It's a blue screen safety.
Yeah.
I thought Jack's Xbox froze there for a second.
Let's try squid boost from both of them. Alright. Wall jump skip coming up. Could we see a boat bash maybe?
I think Univa definitely goes for boat bash.
Univa does go for it.
I don't know about Jack though. I'd assume knowing how close he is, he might just do it anyway.
Univa looks like he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, Jack as well.
Jack's gonna go for it too.
Both getting it.
Are they? Oh my gosh! Jack choosing to lose his
Univa taking the more risky
wow! Wow. 3 seconds. Oh my gosh.
2.5, 3, yeah, that's... Univa going for the... And Jack? I've never seen him go for this.
Are you serious? Oh, the cruise cancel!
Oh my goodness.
Heart's racing right now, dude.
This is a nail biter.
Oh my gosh.
Do they do the same Dutchman skip strats?
I don't know. Univa's just a little bit ahead right now, but...
He's missing the... I think it might...
Oh, he missed... He did not miss the button. That looked kind of...
I thought he did for a second, because he went off to the side, but... My heart's racing. I can't imagine what the...
What is going... Like, what could possibly be going through their minds right now?
Yeah. I wonder if they're looking at each other's gameplay right now, and if they know they're this close.
57:01. Yep, 3-second difference right now. It's all down to cruise boosts.
One person doing RCB here could change it up.
Univa missing them.
But Jack
missed the
too.
first one.
This is a hard RCB.
Oh my gosh.
Both doing front side, yeah.
Oh my. This just goes to show how similar these two are. Oh boy, here we go! Oh,
going down to the
57-37. 57-40. Oh, 3-second lead for Univa right now.
This is going down to RoboBob.
I feel bad for Sway.
He missed out on a good match.
Whatever he's doing, I hope it was worth it.
At Sway.
I'm kind of surprised Jack didn't go for the RCB.
Yeah, he's been known to do that.
Alright, Robo Sponge.
Sideways missile.
Sideways. Sideways. Oh, they're basically even now.
Yeah.
Oh, they both got Robo Sponge.
Oh my
fast brain
god.
time, boys! It's coming down to fast brain!
No, dude. They're both going for it. Missed CB
Jack
from
got the cruise
Univa.
boost faster.
Do they get it? They're both on the monitor. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so close.
Oh my
Jack got
god.
the quit faster. Oh my gosh. Jack gonna pull it out, maybe? Oh my god, he's getting
Oh my god,
flipping
this is
faster than
down to
Univa
the
right
dumb
now.
clip. This clip is gonna determine it.
Oh my god, Univa got it faster.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
What just happened?
That is crazy.
Oh my gosh! What in the world did I just witness?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
It looked like Univa hit the fuse first, but it's too close. You can't just...
This has to be a retime. This is gonna be a retime. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Whoa,
We
you
like
guys
to
are
bring Jack
crazy.
and Univa into the call.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nah,
Dude,
Univa.
Jack, you really brought that back and played
Holy
on
crap.
his tail the whole time.
Univa, that was such a good way to end off the tournament. I don't
Oh
even
my
care that I
God.
lost that one.
Dude, we don't even know if you lost. Like,
No,
Yeah.
no, Univa definitely won on that one. The second
It came down to the last clip. That was crazy.
they're gonna have to retime it though, just policy-wise.
Oh my goodness.
Univa did hit the fuse first, but you never know if he might have started a little earlier. You never know. This is just unbelievable.
Oh my god, that was unbelievable.
This was the best race I have ever seen. This isn't
Yeah.
like if this is the last race of the tournament, then that was the best race I've seen.
I want
Wow, I
that.
can't believe this.
I want that to be the last race of the tournament so bad. That would be such a good note to end on.
Yeah, that's insane,
Holy
guys.
shit.
What were you? Did you guys know you were neck and neck throughout all of Dutchman's?
Yeah. For the most,
Oh,
like I was trying. Yeah, I was like looking over because I'm so like looking at Univa's screen to see like what strats he's about to do, but I couldn't do that, so I just had to go for like everything.
Well, you had to go for everything because he went for everything.
Dutchman? Yo! I got a
That
418!
was a nasty Dutchman's from both of you guys.
I golden that by 2 seconds.
I just want to say this is just proof of how good the both of you are at this game. Like this is like the best you could have possibly seen from either of these guys. I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so close to not doing fast brain. Kind of glad I did though.
Yeah, no, I knew.
I would be
if-
glad you did.
I knew if my mentality going into that fight was okay. So even if like if he doesn't go for it, he still has like what 2 more races or like potentially like 3 more races to do.
Mhm.
Like if bracket resets somehow. So like I just thought I have to go for this or else there's no chance. Cause I knew you're gonna go.
Dude, it came down to the clip.
Yeah. And I was
You
like,
gotta- The game did it to you there.
yeah, literally the cutscenes are pretty in sync right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, BFBB is sick.
Oh, that was awesome. I'm not keeping that chump gold, by the way.
So, what do we do now?
I don't
Oh,
know.
we
I guess.
have-
We technically have until 8:45, so
Oh my god, that was insane. Yeah, no, I even looked over after the run ended, and I was just like, oh my, like these fast brains were completely in sync, basically. It all
Yeah.
just came down to the clip after the second fuse. That was like Univa got a faster one than I did. So if I just edged him out a little bit there, I could have maybe won, but yeah.
Yeah. While we are waiting on the retime, I'd like to give a shout out to the entire Battle for Bikini Bottom community. You guys are great. Great show in this whole tournament.
I'm just gonna. I just want to say this to everybody who participated, and that includes everyone. And that means Jack, Pixel, JBHJ, Cullen, Ringo, Zim, Univa, Seal, Chris, Concord, Tower, and Ford. You guys contributed to a heck of a tournament. It has been my pleasure to commentate a lot of these, and I've really enjoyed doing it. You guys should definitely support these guys. These guys are great runners, and they deserve your love.
If you watched the tournament and you find this run to be completely insane, which you should, there are plenty of resources for learning it available from the community, from Shift. All sorts of people have great resources for learning. We have full video tutorials. Shift just made a new one.
And
within
feel
the
free
past
to
week.
join the battle Discord too, guys, if you want to get into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want.
Ask a runner if you have any questions. We're all glad to help.
Yeah, if you need help on a specific tricks, we got tutorials. Shift's got some really good Jellyfish 1 tutorials. If you want to learn ETG, boom, 4 has one.
Yeah, I got a
If you
good
wanna learn-
tutorial for that.
If you want to learn Robo Sandy Skip, boom, I got one. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
My tutorials are really bad.
And
I'm expecting it's gonna. I'm expecting Univa got the win.
I mean,
there. I don't
just
see how.
looking at it, it did look like Univa broke his fuse first, but
Yeah.
we have to wait and see.
I got an idea. Alright, so in the meantime, Univa, we should do a race of SpongeBob Arena percent.
What?
Do it!
Do it.
So
I don't know how this works.
you and I have to set this up first. So let's go into Chum Bucket. We gotta do Fast Brain, and we have to get to the final fuse. We'll hit it on the same frame. Actually, wait, no, never mind. Just warp to
Just
go
go
to Shady.
warp to Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, I forgot that you have that open. Alright, just go to Shady Shoals and we'll warp in on the same timing. It's 386 shinies I counted a while ago.
Wait, so we just have to get to the end, the other side of it?
Yeah.
No, we have to get all the shinies.
No, you have to get all the shinies.
Oh, what? I don't even know where all the shinies are.
Well, good luck then.
Alright, so I need to get up to... I'm counting this. 1...
It's like 500 and something, or
No, it's 386.
no, for you need
Oh, yeah, I need 580.
580. Univa needs 486.
36, yep.
Alright, cool. So...
Alright, I'll count you guys down.
Alright, here we go. We
the
can
hell?
get the timers out for this.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, 3. Oh yeah, 4.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Alright.
This one's for all the...
First one is the big one. The purple shiny. I got my patented setup. Let's see if this still works.
Why do I feel like you've been practicing this?
Maybe it's because I have Izumochi. No. Alright.
See, this is secretly the tiebreaker if this ends up being a tie.
Oh, that would be so awesome, but I mean, that'd be unfair since I've actually done this category before.
Category.
All right, to the person in chat who suggested a Tiki Cup percent race. No.
Welcome to 2017, guys. Or wait, no. Alright. No. I don't know. The setup used to work all the time. I should just go for this one last, honestly.
Oh boy. Can't even get out of the pit. Oh, there we go.
This is more intense than the NSBA run.
Oh no! Come on, no! Alright, I'm gonna go for the purple one last.
Looking ahead at tonight's schedule at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, Dangers will be
I got the purple.
we'll be racing Rails Diorton in the Any Percent League for SMO. Thero and Jamil Gaming will be commentating that one. Stick around for some Odyssey gameplay.
You can do like 3 pixel perfect tricks in a row to climb up the huge spiral. I'm pretty sure they're pixel perfect, but I don't know.
Ah, I see. I'm not an expert in this category. I'm gonna just have to trust you on that.
We could ask the developers.
Yeah, they're all on screen right now.
That's a good point.
A
We
list
are
of
in the
amazing
credits.
people, by the way. Shoutouts to Heavy Iron.
How many shinies do I need?
Something 586? No, 486. You need 480.
How the hell do you get these green ones?
You're a
Alright.
ball, you can bounce.
I'm trying so hard. Alright.
Alright, I just have to go down the spiral and get the purple one. Well, actually, I also have to get the ones on the yellow platform.
Alright, to the person in chat who suggested a Wakatiki IL race. No.
No. Collective no in the chat.
That's just the yikes.
Yeah. Alright, we're getting these ones. This
The
is
person
Alright.
suggested a Sea Needle Massacre
Going on.
race.
now that is a relevant one.
That's a more
Irrelevant.
modern meme category, but no.
Thank you, Rice Gum.
Irrelevant.
I said relevant, my bad.
Irrelevant. Oh my
Okay, I need
gosh.
580.
Alright, we're waiting for confirmation. Alright, so it appears that for the time being, Univa has won, so he will be the winner until we get the official announcement after the official retime. So, for now, congrats, Univa.
Congrats.
You're the big
Univa.
boy of the tournament.
Yeah.
And congrats, Jack, for making it this far and putting together a
Putting
great
up one of the
fight.
closest fights I have ever seen in a race of this game.
Yeah, that was insane. I did not. I thought it was over in Gulagoon. Like, I just felt defeated for most of that run, and then I just kind of looked away from Discord, and then I looked back out of curiosity, out of Jellyfish 2, and I was like, it's probably over, and just closed it out again until like Chum Bucket, and then I opened.
If the retimes show that Jack won, we will have Game 3 at some point that is not right now. So keep your eyes peeled on the GSA Twitter for the answers to those questions.
Hoping to be on the mic for that one too, and I'm hoping Sway doesn't sleep through it.
Shoutouts to Sway. He's a really good member of the community.
Great commentator too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shame he could not be here. But
Also to the person in chat who keeps asking me to have certain races, they will rename unnamed.
They will remain name and address.
Let's just say Leaf Strat.
Oh, okay. Now I know. That one's for the real members of the community.
I want to thank you guys for having me on commentary, despite me not.
On really short notice, you did a you did a really good job for it.
Yeah, I was nervous about going into it, but hopefully I entertained you guys.
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So are we gonna finish this?
Well, let's see how this race goes. Again, technically we had another hour or so, but that is to be decided.
So how about 16%? No.
Good category.
My favorite
2 minutes on the
category
board.
extension.
Wait, so do we literally just have until like a whole hour to just kind of?
No, you don't have a whole hour to just do whatever you want, I'd assume.
That would be. Alright, well, we'll do this.
We will
Alright,
see
we'll
the
do
results of this.
We'll do this after the end of this SpongeBob arena race, which is very close right now.
I can't get into those. What's it called? Like those little.
Yeah, we have just been
tunnels.
informed by the pit boss that we do not get a full hour to do whatever we want on the GSA stream.
Darn!
I was gonna do a kelp out of bounds tutorial, the Jackalacka juke.
Alright guys, I have to speak directly to chat now. I appreciate you guys for watching so much, but I especially appreciate you guys posting the Hassan Chop emoji in a taco emoji when I mentioned that I was eating earlier. So thank you for putting me on blast all the time. I really appreciate it. It keeps me humble.
Can we get some more Hassan Chops in chat, please?
Oh my goodness. No, we need some foreheads. It's only fair.
I'm really trying on this. Like,
Is this the last shiny you need?
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Is world record still possible?
no, I think world record's 3 minutes.
Wait, held by who?
I think me.
Oh my god.
I feel
Come
like
on,
this is
come on.
probably something like Chatterteeth would run, like just trying to get all the shinies and
Calling him
it's
out.
fun. No, I think he's done this before.
I think he has, actually. I know a loser did this once.
Yeah.
You know what was really fun? You know what was really fun until SBA was found? Skee-ball theater percent. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. I am the world record holder in the no SBA skee-ball theater category, by the way. With the first sub hour. That's right, I spent 50 minutes bowling into the skee-ball machine one day.
Oh yeah, I remember that category. That was a good one.
No, I do not have a social life.
Also, I'd like to congratulate the Battle for Bikini Bottom community for completing a tournament for the first time. Yay!
All right. I won in
That's
2010.
actually-
Oh,
That's actually a
going.
first.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go from this side and see if that works.
With the way these two runners are taking this purple shiny, we might use up the full hour.
I already got the purple shiny actually.
Oh.
So wait, so you are you on like the bumpers? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
oh,
trying to get
that.
into the yellow tunnel.
Oh, that one. Yeah, you have to.
It's speed.
You know what? I'll just tell you the strat. Go from like the bowl, like you know, like the big bowl that has the purple shiny in it.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
Go from
You're doing
like,
it the hard way.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's really difficult to, or that side's really difficult to get into. Did I like change? Or, no, did I like change the strat at some point? I don't know.
Are these the last shinies you need, Univa?
Yep. And
It's coming down to the wire!
oh, come on. 484. Is that it?
86.
Okay, I don't know where the last one is.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I started at 100.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in the pink tunnel, or did you already
No,
get?
I got that one.
Okay.
I think. Let me check again.
Which one did you miss? There's not many shinies to miss in this. Alright, we'll
Yeah,
just
I got
go
the purple tunnel.
Oh, got it. Okay. Alright,
Oh!
wait, I had to get the purple tunnel, and then I'm missing one more, but like one of the red ones. How is that even possible? Alright.
This is down to the wire once
Alright.
again.
I got one more that I need to find.
Maybe it's on like the rim of the bowl thing.
Oh, I almost got the strat. I don't think you can actually make that. It might be over here. This is so dumb.
This is a thing that is happening.
I mean, it is a good way to kill some time before the like retiming.
I guess, yeah.
I think you can make it over there. No. That'd be
You
a
should
cool
be
strat.
going to intermission once this finally wraps up, whenever that'll be.
Yeah. If I just
Not
can't
quite
find-
sure when, but
I can't find this red shiny.
some say the SpongeBob arena race still goes on several years later.
It's BFBB prophecy.
The real joke is the fact that there are only 284 shinies in here, and these kids have been on a wild goose chase for the past 3.
Oh my god. Wait, so you won then?
No, wait.
Wait.
No, there is 386. Because I need one more.
Oh, okay.
Unless I miscounted.
Or is just
Well,
being
check. Press black. See how many shinies you have right now.
You actually can't do that.
You can't do that. Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
You
What?
have to. You have to.
Oh!
You have
Wait,
to.
I exited the level. Oh my god.
That means Univa forfeits
Okay.
and Jackalacka is our winner.
Oh wait, isn't the shiny
Sick.
just over here?
Let me just do that
No,
whole
no,
thing
it
again.
isn't. All right, yeah, this is,
Wait.
this is dumb.
Oh, the shinies didn't respawn.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, I could just find the last one then.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you keep them in Bikini Bottom, so.
Alright.
Are we really gonna look for this?
This is.
probably
I'm pretty
not.
determined.
Oh my goodness.
I'm happy I got Univa into running this county with me.
I expect to see sometimes on the boards that these do not exist for.
Up next, Sea Needle Massacre %. Let's go.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
do 16% strats until we go to intermission.
We can probably go to
I like how it
Whenever
says
you
2
want.
question mark under Univa's
yeah. Once again, thank you all for watching. Thanks GSA for having us. Thanks community for showing up and watching. And
You're forgetting to thank me for dragging you into this at the last
yeah,
minute.
thanks for pulling me into this at the last second. And I am reading chat, and apparently Univa got 2 on his first trip to the SpongeBob arena, therefore he is the actual winner.
Oh,
But, yeah.
okay.
Wait, what?
Okay, then.
Wait, so then it's 384.
It's 384 for you, yeah, you're done. Univa wins.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
That
yeah.
sounds good.
Anyway, this is the end of this charade. We'll be waiting for the official retimes, but again, thanks to the community for making this tournament great. Thank you to all the runners again. Thank you to everyone who commentated. Thank you to the people who restreamed, the people who organized this. Thank you to the people who donated to the prize pot. We really appreciate that a ton. And don't forget, we will be seeing Battle for Bikini Bottom 100% SBA at Pace next month, so keep an eye on that. Hopefully we'll be back for more races and more tournaments. I personally would love to commentate more. I've had a heck of a time doing this. Thank you guys so much.
Alright. Claps for the boys.
Great job, everyone. We will see you later.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.